day. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Wilson going to come out throwing. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Wilson will throw again. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 8 catches, 95 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Crosby in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 3 catches, 95 yards, and a score.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw, it's Carr. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown! Devontae Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Chandler elects not to return it. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. It's caught, Cooper. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure. Wilson hit. It's and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it, ends up getting the ball stripped.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That one goes for 8 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Here's Carr to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. To throw is Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Carr going to throw. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Chandler elects not to return it. Denver's offense ready to go again. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand this one off to Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Again, that's Hurst. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. The Raiders offense ready to go. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. A stampede of Broncos there that time combined to get him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Las Vegas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.